October. Here's their lineup for today. Two changes from Tuesday's win over Richards Bay. Dion Hotto, Patrick Maswanganyi dropped to the bench. Tsipang Moremi started only one of the last 5 in the league, but he is in the 11 today. And of course, Ndaba starts a league game for the first time in exactly a month. Here's William Shongwe with the formations. Also 2 changes for the visitors. Been a week and a half since they drew 0-0 with Stellenbosch. Kampani Lungu suffered a training injury over the last week or so. Samgelo Zwane also drops out of the 11. Philippi Mukowane is drafted in, and Tebogo Botsane returns to the lineup, having been left out for the previous game. William, a top 8 place as we do get underway here. Orlando Pirates, since crashing out of the Nedbank Cup, that was 3 weeks ago. They've responded with 3 straight league wins. They've scored 7, they've conceded none. But Siwelele's recent form suggests that there will be no walkover as they have to do some defensive work early. Mufokeng playing it into space for Apollos, but he's let that one.
A while back, of course.
Yeah, beginning of December, in what was the final game of 2025 in the league for both.
That's the only time that they gave away points. So then Siwelele at the moment, they are 6 games unbeaten. They've only lost 1 of their last 11 leagues. In what, 19 games? That's a beauty. That's one of the best defensive records. In fact, I think only 4 teams are better than them.
Yeah, that's true.
So it speaks volume of how they defend.
Apollos slipping it through. Moremi, of course, has bags of pace, but
just tumbling over. Somehow there was the slightest of contact that might have put his off.
Finally got off the mark 2 games back. The winner against TS Galaxy at the end of February. 1-0 victory there as Pulo breaks the deadlock against his former side. Who saw that coming? Well, Siwelele have gone almost the opening half an hour without so much as mustering a shot.
What I appreciate is just the effort to chase back when the need arises.
And from Apollos, Batuma attacks it. Ricardo Goss had to get something on there. When they won 1-0, only had 3 shots on target in that particular match, which is actually jointly the fewest they've ever had in any league match this season. And only in their 2 games against Sundowns have they had fewer total shots, as Mbata races onto this one. He will get the ball across. Ricardo Goss with another intervention. Ndaba, Mufokeng, Apollos measures it over the top. That's a huge credit to Siwelele. I mean, they come up against the Pirates side who kept 8 clean sheets in their last 10 league matches, home and away, and then we did say 8 successive clean sheets at the Amstel Arena as it comes through almost to Mputuma. Ricardo Goss. No, all hands to the pump in terms of defensive work, and Christian Saile having made that tackle. Now Makahleni Makaula. Potsane needs to be careful. Mbata stopped by Goss again and then thrashed across goal bar. They drew with both Kaizer Chiefs and Mamelodi Sundowns so far. Moremi, shoulder to shoulder, and nothing wrong with that. Fulos kept the clean sheet for Siwelele. Mahaman to Muralo. Nikomobia follows Potsane, hanging on to the ball here for a sustained spell. Siwelele has lifted out wide for Vincent Pule. They're one of only 3 teams that have had a higher share of possession on the road than they have had at home. They've averaged just above 50% possession this season, which is the 5th best in the division, by the way. But Siema. We're back to Chain, who has been hassled and harried by Ohizu. Bata feeding Moremi. Equalizer for Orlando Pirates. Well, in this, Machupa has scored late goals in 2 of Pirates' last 3 games as Moremi cracks a towards goal. An orthodox save from Ricardo. Debut that came almost 3 years ago now.
But even better for me is that he's working on being a better position to play the number 10.
Yeah,
where it's a little bit harder because it's congested from all sides. Unlike when he plays an inverted, the pressure is only coming from one side.
but if he plays well, there's always the opportunity for him to create more chances. He came into this game having created 47 chances this season, which is the most in the division. Last season he created 69 across the entire campaign, an average of about a chance every 33 minutes. This season he's averaging a chance created every 27 minutes. So a big improvement there.
Yeah. But I guess the previous time he was more involved in the scoring himself.
Yeah.
Unlike the assist, which then bring a little bit more central, helps him to create more opportunities.
He's just 1 goal away now from equaling last season's goal tally of 5 in the Betway Premiership. No pressure on Sipochain, and he's taken an age to dispense it forward. Now he's gone and found Dion Hotto, but Siwelele now. Moremi, Evidence Machopa. Well, latch on to the first time pass from Moremi. Machopa blasts it wide.
Didn't have another option.
Yeah,
Happy to have laid the foundation.
Oscar Creeling, currently in charge of Orlando Pirates reserve side, has coached these young lads who've just been introduced. Here's Mufuke. Can't find the teammates.
Going to come up with. Pirates need something delicious at this hour.
20 minutes remain. Evidence Machopa with the flick. Yes, Moremi will find a way past Sanoka. Rapo receiving from Goss. Oh, Goss is closed down quickly here. Moremi! This time he's denied him. Goals in 2 of his last 3 outings for Asinopolis. Dion Hotto. Oh, it's a good ball in, met by Evidence. Cracked away by Sanoka. And landed for Siwelele. Moremi, Maswangani. In from Maswangani. Alone! Oh, Mufuke! Well, I did say 2 of his last 3 league goals have come via the heads, but he just couldn't get that. There's Mbule. Siwelele in space. Beats it up on. Laying it off for Moremi. Machopa! Now Siwelele will probably go beyond the 6 additional minutes, considering there was a brief stoppage within injury time as Evidence Machopa gets hold of this one. No. Mazibuko. Hotto. Too long. Final whistle blows.